Hello my little storm clouds, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I am building a 3x3 fully functional home. You can cook in here, you can go to the toilet, shower, you can even play on a computer. We've got books, you can sleep, we have a TV, everything your sim would need to be able to survive. I think, hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. So I have done a 5x5 home and also a 4x4 home, and I recently just did a 4x5 home because I did James Turner's tiny home challenge, but that was for 2 sims and a dog, whereas this one is just for 1 sim. I mean, no, I don't think you could fit a pet bed in here. So unless you got rid of the desk, then you could put a pet bed in here and have a pet in here. But I feel like you do need a computer of some sort in these builds because your sim cannot do anything without them. So I'm going to show you how I did this today. So I'm just going to leave that one there because I have already test built this because I have literally been doing this for hours and hours trying to make things work, and I didn't want to bore you. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw the 3x3. 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing it medium wall height just because I think it looks a little bit better when you've got the bunk bed in there, because for this one we are using the bunk bed. So what you want to do with the bunk bed is you actually want to raise it twice, because you can't put a shower under here unless it is raised twice. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, and for some reason that makes it be able to have a shower underneath. I don't know why that is, but it's strange. For the toilet, what I had to do is slightly push it into the wall, not too much, just a touch, just in there, maybe a little bit further out, just because I have to put a fridge here and your sim has to be able to get into here. So I decided to just push it in, and it did work. For the shower, this is why we had to raise the bed twice. The shower works if you raise the bed twice, and then I just like alt placed it. I might need to mess around with that to get it right. I'm also just going to pop a light in here so we can see. I always forget to do that. Let's just shove this one in here so you can see everything. Now the sink's a strange one. If I put the sink here, won't work. If I put the sink here, won't work. If I put it on a diagonal, for some reason it works. I do size it down and raise it up twice just because I think it looks ridiculous, really big. I don't care that this is floating, honestly, I just wanted everything functional. But yeah, for some reason it works when you put it on a diagonal. I will just test things, so let me get a door in here because you might have to slightly change things around. But let's get my sim to see if she can brush her teeth. She can, and can she still get in the bed? She can. They're the main things here. And then let's go check a shower and use the toilet. I mean, the toilet she should be able to use because I haven't placed anything in front of it yet. Yep, she can shower and she can use the toilet. So that's fantastic. And she's washing her hands right out while I carry on. So I'm just using this counter just because I like it. You don't have to use this counter. I just think it's pretty. And then for the stove, I'm just using the stove that goes underneath. I had a few people say if you use the induction hob and put it on top, your sim can still cook on it. Weirdly, this worked in one of the builds that I did, and they did cook on top of it. But when I've been testing in this, she will not cook on top of it. So I'm just doing an oven. That's fine. Your sim can still do stuff with just the oven. They can cook a lot of meals. So to me, it's still functional. If it's working with the induction hob for you, go ahead and put the induction hob on top of there and your sim can still cook. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a mini fridge and just place this in. Again, I'm using free placement and just scooting it up a little bit. I want to change the colour of this to a lighter blue. I'm just going to paint the walls because I'm sick of it being dull, and I'm also going to paint the floor. I do put tiles under here later on, but just for now, just so it doesn't look super dull in there, I'm going to do that. Currently she has a full bathroom and there isn't a sink in the kitchen, but she can just use this sink because it's the only one we can fit in. And now I want a space for a computer, so this is the perfect space because we have 2 tile wide here, so your chair can still go there. I'm using a tiny home desk, and I just go into the wall a little bit just because I don't like how fast it sticks out. You don't actually have to, but it is still functional. I like to stick it so far that you can't see it through the back of the wall, like so. And my favourite little computer is the one from Pastel Pop Kit. It is super cute. It is more like a little iPad, but I love it. And I'm using this pink little chair also from Pastel Pop. So we have all the basic needs in there, but then there's things like reading, which I think is a big thing for Sims. So I'm just using this. You don't have to size this down. This will work full size, but I just think it looks ridiculous that big. So I'm just sizing it down. This is from Dream Home Decorator, but you could use any bookshelf and you could even place something on this wall here. And then for a TV, I'm just going to place something at the end of the bed. She can sit in bed and watch this. The only problem with this build is the only place she has to sit is this chair here. We can't fit in a sofa or anything like that. Right, I'm going to put this one down because I really like the blue. And then because I hate how it looks where it just chops off like this, I really like using this fence from Get to Work and just drawing it in. But before I do that, I'm just going to draw a normal wall in because you wouldn't want your bathroom just open like this. So I add curtains to hide it. I know it's not perfect, and the curtains I use are slightly see-through anyway because I'm using these ones. But I just like the way these ones look. And if you're living here on your own as a sim, you're not having guests. Like, you can't fit anybody in here with you. But now you can go ahead and change that wall to a fence and your sim can just get in here just fine. I also think another must-have for sims is a mirror, so I'm just going to place that in there, and it does work fully. That is fully functional just there. Here's a little tip for you. If you have like this, I've sized it down, it won't sit in the correct place. What you can do is, if you can, place it underneath the area that you want it. You can see it trying to snap to the desk, but if I just move around a little bit like here, I can just raise it up. And it's not going to be exactly right. And what you might have to do is move this to fit like that. Now it's just a case of decorating. I love using these canopy lights. If you don't know where they are from, I use them in so many builds, but they are from high school years and they're in the ceiling lights section and they come in different heights. I'm using this short one because I just want it to be above the bed and not like drag down into the bathroom. And I'm just placing them in there. Let's add a little pin board. Some windows, so I'm using these little smaller ones around the top of the build. I've sized down a rug to fit in here and I'm just placing that in. I like to add a little one underneath the PC area just because I like the feeling of a rug under my feet. Now you can add things to your wall. You could add some cabinets up here. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I didn't do it in the first build just because it gets in the way. So it might be a little bit annoying. It will get in your sim's way a little bit, but if you want it to decorate a little bit more, I'm actually going to size these down because they're quite big. I should be able to fit two sizes down there. Put one of these things in, again, just sizing it down. And I like doing it, that's way too high. Something like that I think looks quite nice. And there you have a 3x3 home. So it's only 9 tiles. It's not going vertical at all. It is just 9 tiles. And I think there's pretty much everything in there that your sim would need. You could even do a little dining table outside, like an outdoor eating area and a barbecue, because then you're not using any extra tiles because it's just outside on the ground. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye!